Well, hello everybody. Today is February the 6th of 2024 and it's Tuesday. So what's been happening? In the news, Toby Keith has died. He was 62. He was a big country music star. And although I wasn't a big fan of his, I did like some of his music. Some other big news locally, there was a guy who went into a local bank and started shouting that he had a bomb and took a couple of hostages. The SWAT team came in, a local SWAT team, and shot him dead. And that's how we do it in Florida. We don't negotiate. It's like, boom, you're dead. Which, listening to the radio, people were celebrating that fact. And honestly, I think it was a good thing because the way that some people go through so much, these kind of people will get out there and they'll do these crimes like these other crimes that you're showing where these people go to jail and then they let them out and they're laughing at the people and the police shooting them the bird and all that bullshit. Just shoot them. Just go ahead and kill them. Anyway, so another big news that I saw was that Tucker Carlson went to Moscow to interview the president, Vladimir Putin. And the whole government is in an uproar about this. They think that he's some kind of spy and some kind of crazy shit. The mainstream media is going on and on and on about it. But actually, I think it's a good thing because Vladimir Putin, historically, the things that he has said that they have put out, you can, if you're a human being with any common sense, you can decipher what he's saying is like his own narrative, right? He says things to promote himself, kind of like Donald Trump does in a way. He kind of promotes himself whether it's true or not. And you can kind of see through the bullshit. But the biggest part about it is that, I want to know what he's got to say. I want to know what he really has to say. Because mainstream media, even if they do interviews, they are bound by certain things to say, to not say, to publish, to not publish, so that they look a certain way, so that he looks a certain way. And I think Tucker Carlson is just going to interview him and ask him some tough questions and just put it out there. Whether he answers honestly or not, that's on him. That isn't on Tucker Carlson or anyone that's watching. And you believe what you want to believe. Do you believe all the bullshit put out by all the government officials? I mean, look at our nation. Look at the mess we're in. Some people say it's great. I don't think it's great. We got people pouring over the border. I mean, if I want to go to another country, I have to go through all kind of crap to be able to just make the plan, much less take a step over the border. So I don't think it's right that they should just be able to pour over the border and face nothing for it. And, I don't agree with a lot of what Trump has said and done, and I certainly don't agree with hardly anything Biden has said and done. But the problem that we have in this country is that we are not being told the whole truth. We are being told what they want us to hear, whether it's Republican or Democrat or the local county commissioner. They say what they think you want to hear. And regardless of what they say, they do deals behind closed doors that affects your life later on. And you don't know it until after the fact. And I could go on with millions of examples of that. But if you look around, you can see what I'm talking about. Think about it. When I was growing up, if you wanted to go to the creek and go fishing, you got out and you walked down to the creek with your fishing pole and you went fishing. And you caught fish, took them home, cleaned them, ate them, whatever. The way it is now, you have to have a license in order to go fishing. You have to make sure that where you're going, something isn't protected there. And you have to make sure that if there's a quota, that you don't get over the quota. I mean, I could go on and on. That's just about fishing. Think about driving a car. 50 years ago, insurance wasn't required. Now, not only is it required, if you don't have it, you get a suspended license. What kind of bullshit is that? That's crap that has gone on and perpetuated by lawyers and big entities. And insurance is big business. And, I've paid for insurance my entire adult life. And now I'm paying homeowners insurance that is just astronomical. It's ridiculous. I've never thought about it before. Maybe 10 years ago, I never thought that I would entertain the idea of moving to another country because I thought America was the greatest, United States was the greatest country in the world. But it's not anymore, and it's going to shit. Anyway, what perpetuated this whole thing is some interviews I saw about Tucker Carlson going to Russia. So I'll end with this. I think it's a great idea. I think everybody should be asking more questions. I think you should listen with an open mind and not put your judgment ahead of what you're going to hear, and then make your decision of whether it's true, whether it's false, whether it's propaganda. If you heard something you hadn't heard before, and at the end of all that, do you want your tax money going over there? I don't want it going over there. I don't want it going anywhere. I want my tax money to stay here. As a matter of fact, I want my tax money back in my pocket because I think I deserve a refund after all the bullshit that's been out there. And that's just my feelings on it.